What's going on, guys? This is Resurrected Mods. Today I am on my buddy's account, Stack. Um, he has a really crazy account. He just needs a little bit of guidance and a little bit of help. As you can see here, he has a bunch of silver and a bunch of gems. On top of that, he's got more than enough books and more than enough chickens. So today I am doing a overall just massive account takeover. If we go in here, so for one, just to kind of go over an overview, I already did an arena team. Um, we created a monster city with pretty crazy speeds, I must say. I know it's not in-game plat. Those people running 400 plus speed. I'm well aware of that. This is just something that he can play around with. It's not that he really needs it because dang pop-ups. He does not need it because his Great Hall is completely maxed. So this is gonna be a really fun takeover. It's going to be very, very long. Let's see what the time is. The time's 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm probably gonna be till 6 o'clock tonight just working on this account. And what I want to do is come through here. I want to make a faster spider team. I think I can beat that up. I can get probably in the 30s. Definitely make a faster dragon team. I know I can get that in below 2 minutes. And Fire Knight as well. I definitely know I can get that below 3 minutes as well. Stand Devil, I'm gonna work on that. I don't know that I'm gonna get to that today. But I do have a game plan on that, and I do think that I can get him to stage 24 and 25 and farm it consistently. But again, I don't know that I'm going to get to that today. His Iron Twins, he's already got an Iron Twins boss, an Iron Twins team. And I'm hoping once I go through and do this account takeover and rebuild pretty much all of his champions, um, he'll have a little bit easier of a time to knock this out. I was just putting my phone on silence. I'm sorry. Um, I think he can throw a team together to tackle this a little bit faster. That's not necessarily one of my goals today. My goals is the main dungeons and just rebuilding champion, getting them better for Doom Tower, getting it better for Hydra. I'm gonna just fix everything. And just to kind of show you guys, so here we got a decently savage built biggin, but as you can see right there, his speed is very, very low. I'm not quite sure where you would use that. Every in-game build requires like 200 speed or more. So again, I'm not entirely sure where you're gonna fit that in. Right here we have Rhonda built. I am not a fan of Rhonda. I don't. I just that's crazy stats, and I'm happy that we can hit those stats. But I'm definitely gonna put them on somebody else that can do a lot more work than she can. Right here, Mathrola. She's in stone skin, but she's got really low accuracy. So I'm willing to bet we can rebuild that with stone skin and get even more accuracy. She doesn't need resist, so having 300 resist on her is kind of pointless because she benefits from more accuracy. If you look at her passive, increases the champion's resist by the amount of this accuracy that she has. So putting 300 resist on her, you're better off putting 300 accuracy on her, and not count towards the resist. So I'm gonna look at rebuilding her. And these aren't horrible builds, right? Like I'm not going through and saying these are just god awful builds. I just want to be able to improve it and make it to where he can actually use these champions really in game. Um, Ninja this is a pretty cool build. Um, got a lot of crit damage and a lot of attack, but to be honest, very low accuracy. Very low accuracy. I'm not quite sure where you're using that. I don't know why you would have them in Swift Prairie. That would be, I'm definitely going to rebuild Ninja for in-game content. And that's going to be pumping up the accuracy, pumping up the speed's okay, but pumping up the accuracy and trying to put him in like relentless or something, to where he gets more turns and he can just bleed through the bosses. Depending on where I put him, that's going to be kind of more of how I build him. But I'm definitely going to check this build out again. I'm not quite sure where you're using him as far as Swift Prairie goes. Maybe Arena. But you have Foley right here, and I just rebuilt Foley, um, with some crazy stats. Um, so I'm not quite sure why you would use Ninja over Foley, because Foley is definitely a lot better as far as that goes. Um, we can finish his masteries later. But yeah, and that I wouldn't do that. I would go for here. So there's a lot of work on this account. Skill of the Drakes. Let's see, stun set with. See, it just. I know this account has crazy speeds. Um, so I'm not quite sure why they're building everybody below 200 speed. But again, I'm just gonna go through and rebuild everybody and make this account really good. Lysandra is one of the ones that I built yesterday for Arena. I pumped her up to 315 with almost 700 accuracy. Um, so she is not going to get resisted that often. Um, so yeah, we will go through and just kind of rebuild everybody. I'm going to have to piece together this video as this is going to be a really long day. Um, I'm gonna have to do a gear cleanse. I'm gonna have to upgrade gear. It's gonna be a really long day, and I'm not gonna have an 8-hour video. So I'm probably gonna cut it here, and I will come back once I have a team built, um, or I have a significant amount of champions built. So I'm gonna be using the Raid Shadow Legends helper to help me do a gear cleanse. It's going to get rid of all this gear. I've already kind of gone through this and started working on it and making sure that I'm not getting rid of any gear that I think we're going to need. So I've already done that. So I'm going to get rid of all this gear, and then I'll start upgrading gear and then get rid of more. I'm hoping we can get him down to about, I want to say 600 pieces of gear. A lot of this gear is trash. So we'll get that figured out. Let's see what else was I planning on doing. I think that's really it. I mean, it's just gonna be a really long day, but I'm looking forward to this, especially speeding up all of his dungeon runs, um, and just overall account usability. So I will be back, and we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, we're back. I figured this was a good spot to show you some of the progress that I made. I was able to do a pretty good gear cleanse and sell a bunch of the gear that we don't need, as well as the accessories. So that put me up to like 300 million almost, and now I'm down to 248 million. But if you come in here, and if you remember where I was, with the dragon, it was 3 minutes, and I got it down to 58 seconds. And then on Fire Night, it was like almost 6 minutes, and I got it down to 1 minute and 24. So we will do a just a little run for you guys. It's not always 1 minute and 24. It's anywhere from a minute and 24 to right at 2 minutes. And 2 minutes is just being the worst RNG. And I'm sure it's going to show the worst RNG on this run, but we'll just go through and watch it. This is just your typical poison explosion team. So we got resisted right there, so we might not nuke him. Okay, so we were able to nuke him. That's good news. We're still doing pretty good. I would like my allure to be a little bit faster. She's at like 292 or something like that. I would like her to be a little bit faster, but she still gets the job done. Sometimes the boss will get a chance to go. Just depends on if she gets resisted. Even if he gets a chance to go, I have not seen this run fail yet. So there's that. It's a pretty stable team. I could definitely make it more stable by building these champions, not for damage, but for just overall usage. But I'm just trying to get it down as fast as I can, so I built them for damage. Not really a whole lot to say about this run. It's just, like I said, your typical poison explosion team. I've already made a YouTube video on this type of team in the past. I'm sure you can find it on my channel somewhere. And I think we're going to be right at like a minute and 50. Nope, we're going to be at the 2 minutes. So the boss did take a turn, unfortunately. So we're going to be at the 2 minute mark. It just, sometimes it happens. We're going to be like 2:10 or so. And it should be ending right now. Nope. He had to do his thing. There we go. That's not averaging. That's a bad RNG run. And then the dragon run. Let's see here. So this is the way this works is I'm trying to get enough buffs up for Seer. I don't, but I'm still going fast enough to be able to blow through the waves. I would like a couple more buffs. If I had like 1 or 2 more buffs, I could nuke them and it would just be that much faster. But I don't, so it is what it is. As far as the boss, this team has no problem with the boss whatsoever. It just kind of bleeds through it, kind of a joke for Dragon. Yeah, let's see. You're running 2 weak affinity champs, Dark Pale and Kaimar. So they don't die, but they do get close like that. And the run should be about a minute and 10 or a minute and 20 seconds. That's about the average. I haven't seen it fail, but it looks like it's gonna fail. And it didn't fail. Okay, cool. That was a really bad RNG run. Let's see, AP defense, yeah, okay. Just for the heck of it, I'm gonna run it again. That does not typically happen. I don't know, that was weird. The last probably 15, 20 times I've ran this just for testing, it did not end up doing that. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. It's not the best team in the world. It's definitely not the slowest. It's faster than my team. I would say my team's a tad bit better just because it's a lot more reliable. I don't have to worry about anybody coming close to dying. Okay, yeah, this is a much better run here. So we're going to be right at the 58 seconds, maybe even less. Yep, 55 seconds. So there you go. I broke the record for you guys for this account. definitely not the world record, but I broke the record on this account again for you guys. 55 seconds. It's typically around, it's typically right around a minute or a minute and 5 seconds, I would say. But that's definitely more how it should go. As far as building any other teams, I haven't had a chance. This has taken up quite some time. It is 1:30, so I've been doing this for 5-6 hours now. It's taken quite some time. I had to book a bunch of champions, build a bunch of champions, steal gear and all that stuff, and figure out how are we gonna get buffs. If I could improve this team anymore, I would put another blood shield ring on Ghostborn and Kaimar, and that would give my seer enough buffs to be able to nuke the waves one shot. Again, as you've seen, it's really not that big of a deal. You're just losing seconds, you're not losing minutes. So yeah, we were able to cut 2 minutes off of Dragon and almost 4 minutes off of Fire Knight. So I'd say we're doing good so far. I'm probably going to cut this section out right here, as I still got a bunch of more work. I'm going to start working on general utility champions and building champions for his Hydra, and then for Doom Tower. So I will come back when I got a bunch more ready for you guys. Alright guys, this is the final part of this video. I tried to record this video probably about 5 times, and I've just been getting work, phone call after work, phone call after work, phone call. So hopefully I can get this one done and get it over with. So I've spent a lot of hours and a lot of hard work on this account. I'd probably say I spent probably 10 or 12 hours working on this account, just getting everything built for this guy. So we will just go ahead and start going over some of these builds. I'm not going to get into the details of all the builds. I'm just going to kind of show you and move on. So after the last part I left off, I was just going to work on general utility builds. And that's what I did. So let's look at Lydia. As you can see here, I redid all of her. I gave her a lot of accuracy, a lot of resist, a lot of speed, and she's very well built. The same thing with Siki. I didn't really redo her a whole lot. I just gave her a lot more speed. So she's rocking 368 now. So she's doing great. Let's see who else. I rebuilt Cardio, put him in relentless set. Good lord, my tongue was tied there. Put him in relentless set with enough resist for Brutal Hydra, good speed and good survivability set. And he's just going to be taking turn after turn after turn, and that's what we want him to do. Let's see. I am looking for somebody else. So Ninja, as you guys remember from the first part, he was just horribly built. I really don't know what they were building him for. Maybe Arena? But I rebuilt him, gave him enough accuracy, so now he's going to be doing really good everywhere else in the game. I rebuilt Necmo. Actually, I didn't rebuild him. I had to build him. He was just completely untouched. I gave him quite a bit of speed, good survivability stats, and the accuracy and resist needed for Brutal Hydra. Same thing with Archbishop, and all of these champions I'm building for Hydra, so they're going to have the general rules of accuracy, resist, and survivability and speed. The only difference with Archbishop is he throws an increased accuracy up before he does any of his debuffs. So he actually doesn't need as much accuracy. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let's go into, let's see. And I rebuilt 2 Yugos. Same thing, speed, accuracy, resist. speed, accuracy, resist, survivability. That is the gist of all of my builds. And I am getting another phone call, so I will be right back. All right, and we are back from that phone call. Like I said, unfortunately, I have just been getting phone call after phone call. But hopefully this time, I swear to God, hopefully this time we get it all worked out. That I think that's it as far as the overall just general builds that I did. I told this guy I wasn't going to touch every champion. I wasn't going to build every single champion for him. But I've got a lot done. So let's go in here and let's look at the, where is it at? My boss, Hydra. And as you can see here, he did all that. His clan doesn't have, it got hard unlocked now that he did that. They don't have brutal. As you can see, they're not hitting very hard. So I didn't do a crazy amount of time on Hydra. I just did some really good builds for him. That way when he does push up higher, he can do better. I built him a Doom Tower team. Let's see. You can see here, it's taking 63 turns. On hard Doom Tower on floor 92. So he's rocking and rolling. Arena, like I said, I made Shiffy a little bit faster. But yeah, that's all I did. I also went ahead and sped up his spider team. I know I said I probably wasn't going to touch it, but as you can see there, that is 30 seconds. And it's this team right here. It's a pretty cool team. It just relies on his AP burn, the cold heart popping off, and then she just freezes one time and then they die. And then I also went ahead and just kind of sped up his Iron Twins team. It was at like 3 or 4 minutes, and now it's at 1:25. But yeah, I just kind of did an overall build on his account. I don't know that I'm going to get to Sand Devil. I will be releasing a Sand Devil video here shortly on my account, and it took a lot of work to get to stage 24 and 25, and I've already spent, like I said, 10 to 12 hours on this account. I just I can't really do it much more. It's taken a lot of time. But yeah, that's the overall build. It was really fun. It took a lot of work and it took a lot of time, but it was fun. It definitely freshened up my mind on the dungeons. I don't always remember off the top of my head how I built these dungeon teams. So rebuilding these dungeon teams definitely freshened my mind up. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And like I said, once I hit, I think it's 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers, I will start doing weekly free account takeovers. It's not going to be massive account takeover videos like this, but it'll be like one section like Clan Boss or Arena or whatever that one section that you want to work on is. And I'll be doing that weekly once I hit 3,000 subscribers. 4,000, I don't remember. I posted a video about it. I'm just trying to boost my subscriber count. But yeah, this could be you guys. So I look forward to seeing y'all on the next video.